Who won the Sino-Vietnamese War in 1979? February 1979, China is deploying more than 200,000 soldiers to the border with Vietnam. The official goal is to teach a lesson to Hanoi for its military intervention in Cambodia, where Vietnamese troops had recently overthrown the Khmer Rouge regime supported by Beijing. The unspoken task is to test the strength of the Soviet-Vietnamese alliance and demonstrate the power of the People's Liberation Army of China. None of these goals has been fully achieved. Chinese forces under the command of Deng Xiaoping were advancing in several directions at once. In the early days, they managed to capture a number of border towns, Lao Cai, Cao Bang, and Langshan. However, each victory came at the cost of huge losses. The fighting for Lao Cai lasted 16 days and claimed almost 8,000 Chinese soldiers, of whom more than 2,800 died. The Vietnamese, although outnumbered, fought with exceptional tenacity. The regular units were supplemented by local militias who knew the mountainous terrain well. The maximum depth of the advance of the Chinese troops was about 40 kilometers. The attack on Hanoi was never launched. The Chinese command was well aware of the cost of storming the capital. On March 16, 1979, Beijing announced its educational mission and began withdrawing troops. Vietnam, in turn, declared victory over the aggressor. Thus was born the paradox of a war in which both sides considered themselves winners. Data on losses remains a matter of dispute to this day. China officially recognizes about 7,000 dead. Vietnam claims to have killed 62,000 Chinese soldiers. Western analysts adhere to intermediate estimates, about 26,000 deaths from China and about 30,000 from Vietnam. Such a dramatic spread of figures reflects not only the propaganda interests of the parties, but also the real difficulty of calculating data in a mountain war without clear front lines. From a military strategic point of view, the results of the war turned out to be a failure for China. Vietnam did not withdraw troops from Cambodia. They remained there until 1989. The Soviet Union did not enter into open conflict, but increased military assistance to Hanoi, and its support proved to be much more stable than Beijing had hoped. The combat capability of the PLA, which had not fought since the Korean War, turned out to be significantly lower than expected. Problems with communications, logistics, and coordination made themselves felt in full force. The war did not end with the withdrawal of troops. Up until 1991, both countries were engaged in incessant border clashes, artillery skirmishes, sorties, psychological pressure. The border has remained a zone of instability for more than a decade. The full normalization of relations between China and Vietnam took place only in 1991. 30 days of fighting, decades of consequences. The Sino-Vietnamese War of 1979 did not find a clear winner. What do you think about this?